said, George, I want to tell you I'd love to help, but I already committed to Ronald Reagan. George's response, well, Al, I'm sorry about that. I probably should have let you know sooner. And actually, a guy doesn't get very many calls from a friend who says they can't support him. Sound familiar? Of course it does. Because in George Bush's theme of life, during all the highs and lows, there was a simple credo. What would we do without family and friends? And when he became vice president, our friendship, our enjoyable friendship, was refreshed, and the four of us had many, many pleasant times together. And my life in Washington was rather tumultuous. I went from the A social list to the Z, and never came back to the A. In one dark period, I was feeling awful low, and all my wounds were self-inflicted, all of them. And George called me early one morning, always early in the morning, country music playing in the background, and he said, aha, I see the media is shooting you pretty full of holes. Actually, he said it a bit more pungently than that. And he said, why don't we go up to Camp David? You and Ann come over and we'll have a weekend together. At that time, his popularity rating was 93%. Mine was 0.93%. And so off we went. The media, of course, all gathered as we headed to Marine One. And George said, now wave to your pals over there in the media, Al. And they didn't wave back. So next morning, he's ratting through all the papers in the U.S., and he looks up and he said, aha, here's the one I've been looking for. A picture of Barbara and Ann and George with his arm and hand on my back. And later we're having a sauna. And I said, George, I am not unmindful as to what you are doing. You are propping up your old wounded duck pal. While you're at the top of your game, you reach out to me while I'm tangled in rich controversy and taking my lumps, and he said, yep. There were staff members, Al, who told me not to do this. But Al, this is about friendship and loyalty. Sound familiar? Well, we have an awful lot of fun, too.